Have you heard the story that's going the rounds about David Cameron and Kate Moss?
No.
It's a lovely story. It's doing Westminster. It is allegedly entirely true. Kate Moss has a splendid cottage in a village in David Cameron's constituency out in the Shires. And they were at some sort of function together, a village thing, you know, all the great and good, under a great big tent. And somebody introduced them. Kate Moss, this is David Cameron, this is Kate Moss.
Right.
And because it's his constituency, he was very well versed in the flooding problem that her village was experiencing.
Okay.
So he knew all about the water levels and what they were proposing to do to reorganise not just the drainage system but the sewage system, and what people should be doing in their own homes in order to prevent the unlikely but possible problem with flooding.
Right.
And he'd also genned up on the fact that the village pub, which was due to close, had had a reprieve. So she chatted away very amiably with him for 5 minutes on all of this, and then she said, could I have your telephone number?
Ooh.
So he very happily scratched his mobile number
I bet he did.
on his card, which because he's got a card.
Right.
All
What?
collared Conservatives carry cards still, and they didn't have his mobile on it, obviously. So he scratched it on the back of it, you see. And he gave it to Kate Moss, and off she went, and off he went. And he went back to his friends, and they went, "How did that go?" And he said, "I'm going to get a phone call from Kate Moss." And she went back to her friends, and they all went, "How did it go?" And she said, "Great," she said. "I found a lovely plumber."
Brilliant.
The 10 most annoying
Things about trees.
Right.
Trees! They must have the best PR firm since Saatchi & Saatchi. Trees, they are so annoying.
10.
At number 10, their roots smash through drains and cause so much loss of water that they are absolute villains, and they crack walls, they break down houses, they fall on cars in the slightest breeze, they block out the sun, they kill flowers, and we still think they're lovely trees.
And if you build if you plant a weeping willow too close to your house, then it uproots your house.
Exactly. At number 9, you can't even shelter underneath them in a thunderstorm.
No, that's true.
Because they attract the lightning. So what good are trees?
Yeah.
At number
8.
8, they get in the way of your Sky signal. They do. You buy a Sky, you get a dish, they point it at the satellite, and then the trees, your neighbour's trees, then grow 3 feet, and then you can't watch Frasier. Very annoying. At number
7.
For 6 months of the year, they're just ugly spikes.
Yeah, that's true.
Upturned, gigantic shaving brushes. They are so annoying, trees, and yet they must have the best PR firm in the world because we all worship them. At number
6.
At number 6, they produce nothing edible. You can hardly eat anything that's grown on a tree.
That's a big fat
It's a
lie.
fact. Stop and think about it. What can you eat from the elm? The larch?
Yeah, but the apple tree, the
oak,
pear tree,
the
banana
yeah,
tree.
yes, the list is not endless, is it?
No, but it's...
Have you noticed that? Okay, the sycamore, the chestnut. You can't eat conkers.
Sloes. I don't know what tree that comes
It's
from.
a bush, you fool.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? Trees have got the most fantastic PR.
Well, they're
because
everywhere, aren't they?
Cut them all down, I say.
5.
At number 5, the 5th most annoying thing about trees is it's a class-conscious thing, you know? The silver birch. Oh, la-di-da. Oh, we've got a silver birch. That's nice. What have you got there? Oh, it's a sycamore. Oh, they're a nuisance.
Oh, so
Ooh.
you can tell by the sort of class you are by what trees you have in your garden.
And whether you've got things in your house made out of mahogany. Because if you have, you've made it. If you've got ebony, you've made it. Everybody else, pine. It's such a class thing. Trees.
4.
At number 4, the 4th most annoying thing about trees is that they claim to be some sort of gigantic human life support system. And without trees, we'd all die, suffocate, gasping. Where's a tree when I need one? They've got the best PR on planet Earth. It all started with the Navajo.
3.
At number 3, people get emotional about them. They cry. They chain themselves to old trees that are about to be cut down to make way for a hospital. They can't, you know... What PR they've got. At number 2, trees, right, have surgeons! Surgeons! Not a man with an axe, or a granny with a secateur. They have surgeons. Everything else gets hacked back. But a tree undergoes surgery. They're very annoying. They must have the most fantastic PR.
And the number 1 most annoying...
The thing about trees is the leaves. from around about now until January, we're going to be knee-deep in litter.
Knee-deep.
If it was Mars bar wrappers, you know, there would be legislation passed. But because it's trees, and we love them, and it's natural, all these things that slow down trains, that have little old ladies skidding over you-know-what in the street, are considered still our greatest friend in the natural world. And they're not, they're bastards. Trees! What PR, though? It's like squirrels. They're just, you know, rats with furry tails, but PR. And the 10 most annoying things about trees.
Yes, I was walking through Bournemouth the other day, in the middle of the day, just down by the park near the sea, where they've got the Light Festival going on with little candles that make up little sort of pictures, and there were lots of palm trees around, and one of them had caught fire as we walked past it.
Yeah.
I've never seen a palm tree on fire before, but it just went up, absolutely in flames and smoke. I don't suppose you had anything to do with that, did you, Tommy?
No, I didn't. No. You only seen one palm tree on fire, then? You wait till you've seen several.